Hey guys, Eric here, and I want to talk to you about one thing that I'm seeing constantly across the internet. Is everyone is promoting some new bell and whistle when it comes to MLM and network marketing companies. Well, if you know anything about me, you will know that I'm a private investor, real estate investor with Anuvis Investment Group. Um, and I've done some network marketing. I actually enjoy network marketing, but I had to get out of it because it was a new rat race. All right, if you look at it, you're gonna fail because network marketing has truly become the new rat race. If you're not using the same business model as the largest and most profitable institutions on the planet, then you're following a model that's new and has the highest possibility of failing. All right, now what institutions am I talking about? The banks, right? You have an opportunity in the technology age and the internet age where you can make money just like the banks, right? So if you're trying to follow all these new network marketing gurus who are taking you all over the place from one MLM or network marketing company to the next, and you're constantly following them, what you're finding yourself doing is you're constantly working. You're constantly working. You're really more busy promoting and talking to people and trying to convince someone to join your network marketing company. So what I'm going to show you how to do, and this is something that I've been doing, is I'm going to show you how to use a network marketing company to generate the capital you need to invest, just like the banks. So you don't have to keep working at network marketing, joining new companies, because eventually they phase out, they go under, they reach market attrition, they reach desensitization, and yeah, you're forced to go into another program, another company, right? And you find yourself just so busy doing this that you don't get the freedom and the time you need to spend time with your family, for personal growth, for your emotional growth, for spiritual growth. You're so busy chasing these programs. So keep in mind, I'm a simple person. I'm an average guy just like everyone else. I just found a sensible way, right? So let's consider what we're looking at in regards to making money just like the banks. Now, if you know, when the recession hit, everyone went under but the banks. If you think about it, when you read the articles, they were too big to fail. Now listen to this again. They were too big to fail. Now I don't know about you, but when times get rough, I will want to be on the team that is too big to fail. I want to do what they do when they're too big to fail, when they can literally put everyone into the corner and say, hey, give me some money or I'm just going to shut everything down. All right? I don't know about you, but to me, that's a winning team. Right? And they've been around for the longest. No matter what's going on, they have control over everything. So I always wonder, like, how can I be like them? How can I do what they do? And then I realized, as an investor, when the market was going under, we didn't want to go to the banks. And most of us couldn't go to the banks. So we went to what we call private lenders. They had money. They had money just sitting around. Hey, what do I do with this money? I want to earn a good return on my money. What do I do? What can I do with this money? So as a real estate investor, I would go to them and say, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I have deals that I want to buy, fix, and sell, or buy, fix, and rent. And I can give you, maybe a 7 to 10% return on your investment. And we both can come out on top, right? And these guys are saying, well, you know what? Let's do it. And that was way more sensible than going to banks. A lot of these loans are short-term loans, and a lot of them were long-term loans. And it made more sense for everyone at that time, right? But then you realize that these guys are winning no matter what. All they're doing is making their money work. They weren't working. They were making their money work. There were people coming to them saying, hey, can I use your money and I'll pay you in return? And that's when you realize, wow, in network marketing, you have to chase people down. You have to buy solo ads. You have to place ads on all these different websites. You have to, go on Facebook and spam all their groups to try to grow your network marketing company. So that to me didn't make any more sense to chase people down when I can go to a certain place and people are lined up at the door with their hands out saying, hey, let me borrow some money from you and I'll pay you whatever interest rate that you're basically willing to say, hey, give me this amount of money and I'll loan you this amount of money. It's just crazy how people are waiting. They're asking. There's so many of them, right? They are there. You don't have to chase them down. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to qualify anyone. All you do is log into your account, see that there are loans available for you to invest in, starting for as little as $25 minimum investment up to $30,000. Right there, I mean, they're there. So you can say, hey, you know what? I have $100 in my account. I'll invest $50 of this for, a 15% return on my investment. And when these people make their monthly payments, you get paid your portion along with all the other investors who got into this loan with you. So that's why something like this makes way more sense than network marketing, right? But let's consider what the banks do, right? The banks take money from deposits given to them by consumers, by people who wants to put money in the banks, and then the bank can either say, well, I'm going to loan some of this money out, or they go to the Federal Reserve and say, hey, we have X amount of dollars in the bank, X amount of dollars right here, and we want to borrow $5 billion so that we can loan money out, right? The Federal Reserve say, okay, well, you have the reserve that we need, that we want to give you money for, and okay, here's the money, and the banks go and they loan it out. And let's say, for example, that the banks have to pay 2% interest on the money that they're getting from the feds, and then they're charging 5% interest to anyone they loan the money to, right? What did they do? They didn't do anything. They just went and borrowed money, and then they went and loaned it out, and then now they're making their returns. And we all know banks are extremely profitable. So if you're not playing that same game that they're playing, then you're working too hard and you're playing a losing game, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. So what I'm going to show you right now is how you can take your profits from your network marketing company and do exactly what the banks are doing. So what you see right here on my screen is Easy One Up. Now I looked around and I looked around and I looked around, for what company makes the most sense, what company pays you immediately, what company pays you cash money directly into your account that you can instantly move into your bank account and then take and start to invest, into private loans, into real estate loans as a private real estate lender, right? Anyone can do this, right? Just stop working so hard with your network marketing company. The ultimate goal is so that you can have something to pass down to your children. You can't pass your network marketing company down to your children. You're going to be forced to work and continue to do so. So, what I found out about EasyOneUp.com is that when people join, they pay you directly, cash, right into your PayPal account, right? Awesome. Right, so if the first level on the Easy One Up platform is $25, right, you get that money deposited right into your PayPal account immediately. And guess what? I'm going to show you something here. With a company like Prosper, right? Prosper allow people who want to borrow money to log in and basically apply for a loan. If Prosper agrees accepts their loan, then all the investors get to see it, and you can invest as little as $25 into this loan, or as much as $30,000, which is a whole loan amount. Now, institutions use Prosper and Lending Club. They use Prosper and Lending Club. So you do have some banks, you do have companies who go here, and they actually go here and they invest in these loans. Why? Because at first, it was originally available to consumers, regular people like me and you, and then they realized that, hey, we can take advantage of this too. So now they're in here as well. So you're following a proven strategy that has been around since the financial institutions have came into and has hit, came into the game. All right, so now you can go here, take that $25 you just made from your Easy One Up account, invest that into a Prosper loan, and earn principal and interest paid to you every single month. So you can literally take $25 and have that $25 to pay you for the next 3 to 5 years consistently. And you only did one thing. You don't have to go out and promote, talk to anyone, or do anything. That's it. And that money is going to work for you. And then you can compound that interest that you're making. And then you can make that money make you more money. Now, in the banking game, there's 2 things you want to know about. It's velocity of money and volume of interest, right? So it's how fast you can make that money generate you a lot of interest, and then take that interest and generate you more money, right? I mean, this is what people are doing. So then you have to consistently move your money from where you're getting your capital from to where you actually want to invest. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this. So the next place you want to look at is Lending Club, right? Lending Club does the same thing. Now, these companies have been around for the longest. As you see, Prosper to this point has invested, the investors have invested up to $6 billion. Then we're going to look at Lending Club, which has done about $20 billion so far. So every investor who comes in can do this, can take advantage of this with as little as $25. So now you understand, like, let's go back to Easy One Up. Now I'm trying to make this real simple for you guys, because some of you are working too hard, and I've been watching. I'm like, you know what, this network marketing stuff is bananas. Even the millionaire network marketing gurus are jumping from company to company. Why? Because they know eventually that company phases out. They can no longer generate more revenue with it. It's come on, man. You guys really got to pay attention to what's happening in this game, right? So what I want to stop you from needing to do is jump from company to company and consistently working. Because here's what we know: in most network marketing companies, there's gonna be more people who fail than there are people who will succeed, right? So you know that if you refer 1,000 people, you have to expect for maybe only like 30 to 40 of you to truly be successful. And then can you really have it on your conscience that the rest of the people didn't succeed? No. I'm going to show you how to take that strategy, how to take network marketing and then turn that into a passive residual income. And then I'm going to show you how to automate your investments. Oh, this is it's bananas that most people don't even know, don't understand it, they don't get it. You have to take your short-term money and your long-term money, right? And you have to put those 2 things together, and you can live off that. So your short-term money from your Easy One Up, invest that into loans from Prosper, Lending Club, Fundrise, Lending Home, and then you generate a long residual, passive residual income that you really don't have to do anything other than log into an account and click, hey, invest in this loan, and then that's it. It takes you maybe 5 minutes to actually consider a loan for investment, and it takes me less time than that. And I'm going to tell you how. Because with Prosper and Lending Club, you can set a strategy that they already have within the system. You can choose a specific strategy that they have set up. Just pick it. I want this strategy, and I want it to auto invest for me whenever a loan meets this criteria, and it does it for you. You don't have to do anything else. Think about this. With network marketing, you gotta promote. You gotta talk to people. You have to send out emails, follow-up systems, funnel systems. I mean, it's bananas. You go from working a 9 to 5 at a regular job to doing a 9 to 5 as a network marketer. Come on, man. That doesn't make any sense. Seriously. So here, Lending Club as well. The same thing, right? Investing. I mean, you make a killing. This is bananas. What people just don't realize. $25 notes, right? This is note buying. I mean, everyone who is somewhat familiar with anything financial, understand, is familiar with notes, right? But then you're gonna go from Prosper to Lending Club, right? $25 increments up to however much you want to invest in, right? So then let's go back to Easy One Up. See, with Easy One Up, you have levels: the $25 level, the $100 level, the $250 level, and the $500 level. So as you're getting paid on all these levels from 25 to $500, guess what? Now you have more money to generate you passive residual income investing in notes. When people need to borrow money and you invest in that and they're paying their principal and interest back, you're making a killing hand over fist. And then you compound your interest, right? And then on the same token, I'm gonna give you something here. So when people join you under Easy One Up, right? That's your investment team. So when you go to Prosper and you find a loan that you really like, that you want to invest in, and you want to close that loan out as soon as possible, you send a message to your team who has joined you under Easy One Up and say, hey guys, I found this loan. This is a great loan. Go ahead, jump on it, invest in it. So let's close it out as soon as possible within the next 2 days so we can start generating our revenue as soon as possible. So it takes a note that may take a week or two to completely fund 100% to just fund closing it in days. And now you're on the path to actually making money faster, right? So you use Easy One Up to do two things: to generate the capital that you need, and also to build the team that you want to go ahead and invest with, right? Now, think about this for a second. The average network marketing company, if you join a network marketing company and they say, well, refer this person and refer this person, right? What are you really doing? You are literally creating competition who's promoting the same thing you're promoting. That's crazy. And people have been you guys have been falling for this for years, for decades. Hey, I'm going to join this company. I want you to join, and now you're my competition, but we're going to work together competing against each other. That is bananas. All right, that's common sense, and then there's common sense, man. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm going to really say, hey, join this and compete against me, right? Now, some of the smart gurus say, hey, you know what? You join, and I'm going to put you in a rotator, right? And then I'm going to promote, right? One person promoting, therefore everyone can make money. All right, then you can kind of say, okay, well, you're not going to reach attrition as fast, and you're not going to reach market saturation as fast, and you're not going to reach desensitization as fast. But you're still creating competition. When it comes to investing, right? With Prosper, Lending Club, Fundrise, and Lending Home, and I'm going to get to those other ones as well. You're not creating competition. Your team is now helping you close loans faster. You want these guys with you. Now, hey guys, let's close this loan faster. We're all going to make money. We're all going to eat. So the question is, why doesn't it make sense to you? Right? With network marketing, you're creating your competition. Investing, you're building a team that's going to help you close loans faster. There is no competition. They all see the same loan. You guys get to invest in the loan together to close it out, right? So these are called personal unsecured notes, right? It's not secured by anything. These people know that if they don't pay, then their credit is going to be screwed up. Prosper and Lending Club is going to pursue them, and they're going to get that money. They're going to screw up their credit. These people, they do not want that, right? I mean, so I do train you guys on all of this. So I'm just giving you information right now, right off the bat, so you can understand that join the network marketing company. Use the capital to invest in something that's going to be long-term and way more sensible. You guys got to think outside of the box and actually think how the banks are thinking. I mean, if this is what they're doing, then why in the world are you doing it when you have the capability, right? So then now you have Prosper and Lending Club, right? And they're giving you, your personal unsecured notes. You can invest in these bad boys, and you're making a killing, right? I mean, they have been doing this for the longest. This is what they do. And then as you see, there's automated investing. You have to do almost nothing. Once you set up your automated investing, the only work you have to do is check your account and see how much money is in there and how much money you've made. And if you want to transfer some money out so you can pay your bills, you can do so. No one's stopping you or holding you from doing that. Now let's go to when you're really making money with Prosper and Lending Club and Easy One Up. You're getting $500 payments put into your PayPal account. Now you want to go to where it's secured investing, where real estate investors are saying, hey, we have this great deal. I want to invest in this deal, and whatever interest rate that we can agree on, then we're going to pay that. Fundrise, they just show it to you. Hey, check this out. Maybe you want to invest in this. And you say, all right, well, and it's called a real estate investment trust. And you say, okay, I'll invest in that. And you're looking at annual returns of 13%, right? You're getting that money given to you. This is where you're growing your wealth now at this point. You're growing your wealth. You went from a network marketing program to actually building wealth. Now, don't let these guys tell you that you can build wealth with network marketing companies, because they keep jumping from company to company. They got to be on here on social media talking, doing videos and building funnels and all this other crap that you don't have to do. You don't. Once you generate the capital you need to invest, everything else is going to work on its own. Eventually, you won't even need Easy One Up or any other network marketing company, because now Prosper and Lending Club is generating the revenue for you to go ahead and move on into a new financial vehicle. Right? Anyone can do this. So now with Fundrise, you guys are earning, you know, $1,000 investment. So think about this. That's two people who have paid on an Easy One Up level at $500, or that's your Prosper or your Lending Club account turning over, you know, $1,000 or however much money it's going to make for you for that month or for that day. Because you got to think about it. If you invest in a loan on Monday of the following month, you're going to get paid when they make their payment. And let's say you invest in a loan on Tuesday of the following month, you're gonna get paid. If you invest in a loan on Wednesday of that following month, you're gonna get paid. So you're getting paid every single day once you begin to build your portfolio. This is crazy. Well, come on now, network marketing don't stand a chance to this. You understand? You want to use network marketing as your vehicle to build your investment portfolio. You don't have to work. You don't have to talk to people all day. Right? So then when you go to Fundrise and then you say, well, you know what? I have about $10,000 I just generated from Easy One Up, Prosper, and Lending Club. I'm going to go in here. I want my 13% rate of return secured by real estate. So think about this, right? Prosper and Lending Club is not secured by real estate, but it's still generating revenue for you. So now you have something that's actually secured by real estate. So let's say the real estate deal goes bad. Fundrise takes the property, resell it, pay everyone else their money. Wow, look at that. Your money is secured now. So then you're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to go to higher end, stronger investments with Fundrise, right? So with Fundrise, it's $5,000, right? Minimum investment. So now at this point, you have to be an accredited investor. So you've already developed your credentials or becoming an accredited investor with Prosper, Lending Club, and Fundrise. So now when you come to Lending Home, come on now, $5,000 minimum investment with an average rate of return between 7 and 12%. This is what real millionaires do. All right, guys. I mean, let's be honest. You won't see real millionaires promoting network marketing companies for real. You may see these articles where a millionaire would say, hey, well, if things were different, maybe I'll do network marketing. But let's face it. If they're as smart as they really are, they'll do it temporarily until they find another investment vehicle that can generate them a less riskier return on their investment, and it requires less effort. This is what makes sense. And this is coming from someone who is a private lender, with a private lender and also a real estate investor. I'm telling you, this is what makes sense. And here's the thing. I don't need to show you guys any of this. I don't need to promote Easy One Up, Prosper, Lending Club. I'm not even getting referral fees for Prosper, Lending Club, Fundrise, or Lending Home. What I'm showing you is that, hey, this makes sense, and I want to do what the banks do. I want to take other people's money, leverage that, and invest in Prosper, Lending Club, Fundrise, and Lending Home. Right? And do little to no work. And let's face it, with Prosper and Lending Club, you can automate your investments, so you don't have to do anything, man. You just set up your criteria, and I'll show you how to do that once you join my team. I can show you how to do that. And then when you get the Fundrise and Lending Home, you're truly building a passive residual income, but you're also building a long-term wealth dealing with Lending Home and Fundrise, which are real estate investment trust, REITs. Look them up. See how they have fared in down times and up times. See how well they fare. See how well they do. Prosper and Lending Club has not failed me since I have been involved. I'm telling you, when the market crashed, I was still making money. I was still making money. I'm telling you. So let's look at something here. Let's browse some loans. Let's see if we can browse some loans. And I'm gonna show you something here, right? So also keep in mind that if your particular state does not allow this type of investing, because some states want you to be an accredited investor, right? Some states want that. That's fine, because you can easily go and get incorporated online, right? At incorporate.com. You can easily go there and get incorporated, and then take the money you're making from Easy One Up, invest as a company through Prosper and Lending Club and Fundrise and Lending Home. So there's nothing stopping you from actually doing something from actually truly building a business. So now we're on Lending Club, and you see that there are loans. This loan is 99% funded. This loan here is 99% funded. And you see the interest and the rate of return. This is how you get to actually evaluate somebody's loan, right? Review status, the loan submitted, the monthly payment this person is making, their profile, and you get to see a little more, like the credit history. So you got to sign in and do all of that to see their credit information, But then it allows you to make an educated decision, right? And that's if you don't use automated investing. But then you look over here, all the different interest rates. This is what you're going to get paid monthly. So if you take $25, $50, $100, or $1,000 or whatever to invest, and you're getting paid principal and interest every single month, and keep in mind, you can make this money daily, you're going to outperform any network marketing program that you join. And guess what? You don't have to get on Facebook, Instagram, or none of these other social media sites. You don't have to send solo ads, none of this other crap to actually make money. You don't have to do that. As a matter of fact, if you join me on the Easy One Up, I'm going to do most of your promoting. So how much work do you really have to do? Come on, guys. This is what makes sense. This is how you do something for your children and build your future. All of this, I need to open up stores and buy products to sell stuff and network marketing. Come on. You have to go where the money is, right? Keep in mind, the person who doesn't join you in your network marketing company one day in their life, they're going to borrow money. They're going to get a credit card. They're going to go to the bank and borrow money. They're going to buy, a car, right? And they're going to need to borrow money. You want to go where the money is at. You want to be the money guy or the money woman, right? If you're trying to promote a network marketing company, they don't need your network marketing company. What they need is money. Now, I have met people who would rather borrow money from me than actually join a network marketing company. It's crazy. They would rather borrow the money. Why? Because they don't want to do all the work. They know there's work involved. Who wants to work at home when you don't even want to work from work at work? Come on now, guys. Let's just make sense of this. So join Easy One Up. Spend the $25. Let me train you on how to invest and prosper and Lending Club, and show you how to rotate from Fundrise to Lending Home and actually really build your net worth, really generate a passive residual income. Your network marketing company should be your vehicle to develop the capital, right? Use the internet. So you want to make money using the internet, not on the internet. You understand? Because if you guys spend so much time in front of your computers trying to build a network marketing business and trying to sell products and all this stuff, think about this. Even when you're dealing with Amazon, great way to generate revenue, but you still gotta work. Banks, the people who own the banks, or the board of directors, how much work do they really do, right? They say, hey, we have this money, just loan it out. We're going to go on vacations and trips. Think about when the market was crashing and the bankers were getting $1 billion and $1 million bonuses. Everything around us was falling apart and they were getting paid. So tell me why you don't want to do the same strategy. You don't want to follow the same formula. You don't want to execute the same method. What sense does it make to not do what the winners are doing? They're winning. They're winning. So guys, for the most part, that was it. This. I just wanted to show you, hey, this is what you can do. This is what makes sense. Use something that pays you cash direct. It puts it right into your account. Use that to rotate it into this, where it's going to generate you money monthly on a long-term basis. Think about this. Most network marketing companies are going to fail within the first 6 months, 3 to 6 months. Right? You're going to join it, it's going to fail. Right? Most network marketers, 99% of network marketers fail. Right? You know, and they may make a little money, but they still fail, right? Why not do something that's way more sensible, that hasn't failed to this day, and we don't see failing anytime soon? Because as long as capitalism exists, as long as money exists, people are going to borrow, right? They're going to borrow. And what you find most on Lending Club and Prosper are people who have used credit cards and their interest rates are ridiculous, and they come to Prosper and they Lending Club and they borrow money and they get lower rates, and you actually make money from that. As long as credit card companies are out here just taking advantage of people, you're going to make money. All right, you want to make money work. So think about it. Let's say you spend $50 on a solo ad to promote your network marketing company. You gotta hope that you get a good return. Right? You gotta hope that actually somebody join your company. But we all know that people usually don't join the first time. So now you gotta have a funnel in place where you gotta consistently send them emails and hope that one day they join. But you just spent $50 to do that. What if no one joins? What if you just keep sending? Well, what if you went to a bad solo ad provider, right? Because I've done it. I watched guys have spent, you know, $100 on a solo ad and didn't make any money. But I know guys who spent $100 on a solo ad and they did make money. But guess what? You got to send out another ad. But what if you take that same $50 and you invest in 2 loans and Prosper? You diversified your portfolio. You bought, you know, you invested in, you know, a loan and a C loan, right? So we know that those loans are going to pay us for the next 3 to 5 years. But we know that my loans that I took $25 or $50 to invest in is going to outlast any network marketing company. It's not rocket science, guys. It's real simple. You want to do what the winners are doing. I repeat, you want to do what the winners are doing, right? And if you really follow some of your big time gurus, a lot of them are investing in real estate when they make so much money. They know, and they don't even tell most of you guys. They know that MLM and network marketing is temporary. They know that it's short term. That's why they jump from program to program. That's why you're always getting one guru is going from one program, he's making $300,000 here, then he's going to the next program, and he's sending that to you, he's making $300,000 there. That's because he's leveraging you. So join Easy One Up. Okay, guys? Join Easy One Up. Let me train you on how to invest and prosper in Lending Club and truly develop the passive residual income that you're looking for. You know, so that's all. I just wanted to show you that. I mean, it's up to you guys. The ball's in your court. All I'm saying is just do what makes sense. Use one company as a vehicle to generate the capital you need and help you build your team, and then invest that. This is true multiple streams of income. This is what banks do. This is what large real estate investors and firms do. All right, you guys got to play the game that the winners are playing, right? I mean, I know a lot of real estate investors who just loan their money out. They don't do anything. They don't. They loan their money out. They have a real estate attorney, deal with all the paperwork, loan the money out, and they receive principal and interest payments. All right, guys. I mean, so you got to do what makes sense. All right, that's it. Eric signing out. Nice talking to you guys.